Hello everyone, this is Carol and I'm here to bring you a design team project for Kelly Watson, and that is one of her new spring kits. I'm a little delayed on this, but I finally have it done, and I've actually done two journals in with one kit. And I've also used some of Kelly's other kits, of which I will list and tell you about. This particular one is Spring Tales, and I've also used in this kit, or in this book, Distressed Roses and Spring Songbirds and Shabby Rose. And I've tried to use several of Kelly's work because her things go so well together, and you can incorporate several kits into one journal rather than just using one kit. All of her kits are very large and very fluent in images and just anything you need. So you never lack anything when you use one of Kelly's kits. Hopefully you'll visit her Etsy shop, and I will list that below. First, this is a 5 3/4 wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. It's a 1 1/4 inch spine. And again, this is part of the Spring Tales kit. We'll open up. I've used a hitch post closure with seam binding. Open up, and I've used this is a Prima flower here, and I've used one of the pages from the kit as we open. On this little tag, I've added a little birdhouse because I've named this Books, Birds, and Bunnies. So I thought the birdhouse would be cute with the seam binding bow. Some of the tags I've lined, some I have not. These are butterflies that I make, and with vellum and regular photo paper or presentation paper is what I use. And here is the first page. I've added some, just some glitz and stickles and some lace down the side of the front page. Here's another tag. That one is lined. I've sewn around the tag and used the little books as a pocket. This is another page in the kit, and I have cut out different pieces of the pages. I've added a little, I can't think what you call it, it's like wool, but to make the tails a little dimensional on the bunnies, I've made two of the books dimensional on the page, added some stickles. Here is, this one I believe is from Distressed Roses, and it shows just how well they go together. This is a library card, journaling card. I've added lace. I have made the bird appear dimensional. And here's just some scrap that I had, and I used the Martha Stewart punch and cut it very narrow so that it could just add a little bit of interest to the page that you can write on, and I've done some stenciling. And there's another one of a little journaling card. That I believe is from Shabby Roses. And this was a little card that I've added lace to. This is all coffee dyed paper. There's lots of writing space in this journal too. This is paper that I use when I coffee dye my paper. This is the pastry paper that I use under the paper so that it doesn't stick to the pan that I use. and because I do mine from the oven. And I don't like to throw these away because they're kind of interesting the way they die too, so I keep them all and use them in my journals now. There is another tag. This is an applique, and that is from Nikki. And I can't think of the name of her. It is Ravioli Dreams on Etsy. And Nikki does beautiful hand-dyed lace work, and she dyes all of her lace into beautiful colors, and you can get just wonderful pieces from her shop, so make sure you check that out. I've added a little lace and some stickles there, and here is a journaling card. This is another one of, this is from the Songbirds collection of Kelly's, a guest check, and that she has in that kit. This is part of the page, and I've used a Martha Stewart punch there and added stickles to some of the other things. This is one of the line pages that comes with her kits, as well as the other side. I've printed on both sides. And there's another journaling card, and that little bunny. This is a page from the kit. I've printed it twice, cut out the bunny, and made a pocket. And more pages from the kit. There's another tag and a postcard with some trim, and this is the K&K flowers there. I don't think you can even get those anymore, but I had that in my stash. There's a little bee there on the flower, and I added that for interest. There's another pocket from one of the pages, and I've used the Super 8 punch. I think I got the name of that right. Again, I'm always getting that one wrong. There's another little tag from the kit, lined the back, and here is another tag. Journaling card. And the other side of that paper, or I'm sorry, this is vellum here. I always print on vellum at least one page in my journals. And then here's another one of the tags. I love these tags with the books and the birds and the bunnies. And I've added the lace to the pocket. This is also a pocket that things can be put in, private things. Here is a pocket that I've added trim to. I cut out the bunny from one of the extra pages and added him to the background page here for the tag, and this is another one of the tags with the butterflies. Here is another one that I've cut. I printed the page twice. I've added the cut out the bunny, made it a pocket. From the second page, made this a pocket here that hidden things could be put in, and or private messages or such. I've added a little tab at the top with a little flower, made that into a tag. And there's another page from the kit. This is the graph paper that I've been putting in my journals for writing and more writing space. I've added lace here. I sew around, most of my books I sew around the pages. I just think it gives a sturdier page if you're going to use the journal a lot, especially for writing, or you're going to open it a lot and look through it. It just gives it a little more sturdiness when you're working or turning the pages and such. Here's another one of those little trim pieces I did with a scrap and a Martha Stewart punch, a doily that's been coffee dyed. This is from the Songbirds collection kit, as is this, printed on both sides. Space to write. I left the middle page plain for writing, or you can add whatever you want to, pictures, and added lace to give it some interest so it wouldn't just be plain. And then here's, I won't open this, but this is a little paper that I had that I made into a little note card. Put the ribbon around it to make it look pretty. Added the flat back gems here with a Martha Stewart punch. This is paper that I had in my stash from scrapbook paper. This is more of her lined paper on both sides. The other side of that doily, plain page for writing. And here's another paper that I have put a bow around, and you open it up and it has quite a bit of space for writing. And a little more private. And then this is part of a page that I just cut the bottom, some of the image off and made a pocket so that it could be used on the plain page. The other side of the graph paper, and there's another page for writing that is in the kit. And here is another one that I have printed twice. I added the bunny there, the pocket, and this is gold thread that I tied around the books, made a bow to give it a little detail and interest. And there's the journal card for that. And another pocket that I've used, and this is a flower that I had in my stash. Added a gem, and there's the journal card for that. Did some stenciling on the page, added some lace for added interest. And this is another part of a page that I've, again, used the Martha Stewart punch, and I hope that never wears out on me because I use it a lot. And there is another card, tag, that I've added the bow with ribbon. There's the other side of the vellum. And here is another tag that I've added stickles to and a bow. And add that, and there's part of one of the pages here. This is the background page. You can see that same print here. I cut that out around the rose. Then I added from another page that I had the little bunny. And I always add their little eyes with a little tiny flat back gem, so those protrude out and it looks more dimensional and real. This is some trim that I had. I believe I got that from Hobby Lobby. And this is another part of a page that I've added stickles to, cut around the flowers and made a pocket. One of the journaling tags. There's more than 30 plus journaling tags and journaling spots in here. And here's another bunny from one of the pages. I've added the fluffy little bunny's tail and added stickles. Made him a pocket. And there's two little tea cards from the, I believe that one is from Distressed Roses kit of Kelly's. And here are I cut two pages again, made pockets out of, cut the birds' nests out, made little pockets, and these are little stamps that I have. Take delight in the little things is this one, and this one says, do small things with great love. And that goes in that pocket. Added stickles down here, another lined page. Here's and the other side is lined. I left this empty, but this can be used for to put things in, pictures, whatever. And I've added lace to that. I've sewn around it. More pages to write. And this is, I had this paper pad a long time ago, and I just thought that fit really well. I've added the stickles on the butterfly and flowers, made it into a pocket. I felt it went into this book really well. Here's a lace pocket that I've added an embroidery thread bow, and There's a journaling card here, and this is a pocket, a free floating pocket, and there's a tag in there, and you could leave it in there or do something else with it, whatever. And here's another page that I've cut or printed double pages and added the top layer here, making that into a pocket. Added a flower here. I believe those flowers came from Michael's. And there's another pocket from one of the pages, and that one is in the, I believe that's the Spring Birds page. I've added stickles to the eggs and the bird and added interest. I've left the pocket empty so that things could be placed in there too. Here's added lace here, and I've sewn around the pocket, cut that out, and made an extra pocket there. And here are 2 journaling tags from the bird kit, and they do fit in there. And the last page is another pocket here that can be, things can be put in there. Here's the letter that I always add to my journals, and that's from the bookmaker. And this is another Prima flower, added lace to the pocket, and gems there. And there's the back, and that concludes this design team project. And as I said, I made 2 books, so the next video I will be showing the other book that I had so many leftovers and things to use that I made another whole book from it, and I will be doing that shortly. I thank you for watching. I hope if you have enjoyed this, you'll put a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you'll subscribe. I thank you to all that have taken time to subscribe and like, and you've written me many messages and notes, and I appreciate every one of them, and I try to answer every one of them. So thank you so much, and we will see you again soon.